This is my first time using Google Hangouts with the group lesson, so I hope everything is working okay. It seems you all know each other already. Hello.
Hello, Elena.
Hello.
So I guess if we can go around and have each of you tell me a little about yourself so I can get to know each of you. Can we start with Natalia?
Yeah. My name is Natalia. I'm from Germany. I'm 35 years old and I started to learn English in August 2018, I think. Yes, and I try to improve more and more every day. So, short story about
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Unona, how do you say your name?
It's me. Actually, my name is Lila. Unona, it's my second name. Never mind.
Okay.
So my name is Lila. I'm 28 and I'm from Ukraine. I started learn English for my work. I really need it because I'm going to travel a lot for work, and of course, just it was my dream, big dream. So I'm trying to improve my English like I can. So actually now I'm at work. I have to finish my work. So sorry, I will listen. I will listen.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you too.
Who's next? Anastasia, I think.
Anastasia, yes. Hello, Scott. My name is Anastasia. Anastasia, it's good, I think, for English people. I'm 36. I'm learning English all my life. But как сказать, I don't have practice and I can't learn my English enough.
Yeah, it's fine. We can get plenty of practice here. It's nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you too.
So your name is Dmitry, but I think that is incorrect.
Dmitry.
Lena.
I'm Elena. I'm 39. I can speak English. I speak English not so good like all girls. I started learn English a year ago. 1 year ago. I'm a doctor. I'm a dentist. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. And then looks like we have a fifth, Olga. Can you hear me?
Good evening.
I don't understand.
Yeah, okay. So I guess we will continue. I'm not sure what you usually do in your group lessons. Can anyone tell me what you've discussed before?
We just ask questions. Ask questions.
Like a game or something like that, yes.
Okay. So I guess that's an easy question. If let's start with Natalia again. Can you tell me about any pets you have or have had in your life?
Any what?
Pets. Animals.
Okay.
Pets. Животные, да?
Animals. Это типа домашние животные, да?
Ну да.
Okay. Yes, I had or I have a cat, but I couldn't take it with me. I moved for 2 years to another city, a big city. So actually I have a cat, but not with me here in my apartment, not in Frankfurt. Yes.
Let's see. Anastasia?
Yes, I have a dog. It's a small dog. Charlie. His name is Charlie. I want to show you, but I don't know where he. It is small dog.
Yorkshire Terrier.
Yes, yes.
All right. Elena, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any pets, or have you had any?
No, I don't have any pets. I have only 2 small fishes.
2 what?
Small fish.
I have only men.
And can you tell me your name one more time? Don't remember. You know now.
Lily. My name is Lily. Yes. Yes, I have a cat. I live with a lot of different animals all my life, but now when I moved from my city to another city, I have only one cat. His name is Luxy.
Luxy,
yes.
It's a nice name.
Thanks.
So Elena already told me that she's a dentist. Anastasia, can you tell me what you do?
I have I have 2 professions. First, I am a landscape designer, and second, I work in a big company. I'm office manager. Yes, yes, it's okay. Вот так.
Very interesting. Natalia, can you tell me what you do?
Yeah, it is. I work at a job center. We have in Germany a social system, and they are not the people that really searching for a job. They get the money, social money. And I work with those people. That is my job.
So you help other people find jobs, correct?
Yes, and yes, I pay the money. I just pay the money, yes.
And then Lily, I can see you doing something, but I'm not quite sure what you're doing.
I'm working. I'm a dentist technician. So I'm, как сказать, colleague Елена. So I'm do almost the same. We do the same job. What? So I'm creating teeth now.
Not to offend either of you, but dentists have always been some of my least favorite people, because I don't like being yelled at for having not clean teeth or problems with my gums. But I understand that it is very, very important profession.
Yes,
so
and very hard.
I hope you don't yell at your patients too much or make them cry. But and I hope your fingers don't get bitten.
It's most about Yelena. She's a dentist. I'm just dentist technician. I don't work with people personally. So I'm just working in a lab. But Yelena working with people, so she can make people cry, something like this.
Do you get your fingers bitten often?
I don't understand the question.
Elena, do patients bite your fingers?
Я не понимаю, что
Я
это.
не понимаю вопрос.
Do you know the word bite? Кусить.
Кусаться.
Mm-hmm. Do yeah.
Типа
Do patients
пациенты
ever? Yeah.
кусают за руки?
Mm-hmm.
Поняли, Лена? Вас пациенты кусают за руки?
Бывает, как сказать.
Sometimes it happens.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh my god.
It's very unfortunate, but maybe it's necessary. Anastasia, what made you want to be a landscape designer?
Landscape designer, it's first it is a plan, and when some will come, it is I made many gardens. I made two square and one park.
Mm-hmm.
In Moscow, yes. But more it is. But more there are personally home gardens.
Mm-hmm.
Не знаю, понятно?
Yeah, I understand.
Understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you like the most about designing?
It's about me, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I like everything. I like this profession. I like flowers, and maybe most what I like do it is не знаю как. I like work with flowers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And make some with flowers.
It's maybe not my favorite thing, but I can understand how that could be interesting. Natalia, a bit of a different question for you. Are you German or are you Russian?
Oh, it's a big question. It's very difficult. Maybe you can answer the question because I don't know. I was born in Kazakhstan.
Mm-hmm.
My mother language is Russian, but I'm German.
Okay.
So it's very difficult to explain because it has something with history. And my parents are actually German, and we moved 1995 to Germany again until I think I was 12. Yes, so I speak Russian, German, and I try to speak English. Yeah.
I was asking because your accent is much more German than it is Russian.
Yes, everybody says it to me. Yes, I speak Russian, but not every day. So I speak everyday German, and my English is also like German English. You know, I try to translate everything from German to English, not Russian English. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I'm going to go around the room in a circle again and ask all of you why you are learning English. If it's anything more interesting than just you need it for work or you want to go traveling around Europe, I'm interested to know. Yelena, can we start with you? Why are you learning English?
Лиля сейчас как даст.
Давайте пропустим меня. Я вас послушаю.
Don't be shy, Лена.
We'll come back to you then. Anastasia, then can you tell me why you're learning English?
I learn English because I like this language, because I like to travel very much, and it is I need language. Yes, and sometimes I'm use language on job.
What do you like about English?
What I am like?
What do you like? You said you like the language. What do you like about it?
I like pronounce. Yes,
Pronunciation.
I like everything. I like language.
Okay. Let's see. Natalia, can you tell me why you're learning English?
Why? Because I never learned English in a school, and I met my boyfriend 1 year ago. And a common language is English because he is from Belgium, and he doesn't speak German.
Is he from the French half?
Yes, he speaks Dutch and French. And yes, a common language is English, and I understand a lot, but I never spoke English, so I need to learn so that we can understand each other. And the second point is I like to travel, and English is just a world language. So, and I would like to speak more. Yes, that's why I learn English.
Okay. Lily, can you tell me why you're learning English?
I will try. Actually, I don't have big different answer for this question because maybe first of all I really like this language. I think it's one of the most beautiful, for my opinion, from all languages. I like how it sounds, pronunciation. I'm always trying to improve my pronunciation. But I tried. I was trying to learn English all my life, but it was very hard for me. I can't find a good teacher for me. I always had very big problem with rules, with times. It was something that drives me crazy, and all my life I had a lot of foreign friends, but I never, как сказать, никогда не могла, я уже начинаю теряться, but I never can't talk with them.
Never could talk.
I never could talk with them free, like I want. Never could understand them. But even I had this big problem. I'm sitting and wait for, I don't know, something click. And last year I was on big congress where it was for my job. I met there one person. He's from Germany, and he talk in English only, and he did this thing with me. It was just clicked. So I understand that now I really I really need English in my life. It's first of all about work and about myself. I want to know it, and Last year I как-то вспомнила, ну подскажите, кто мне.
I remembered.
Remember it, да?
Mhm.
Remember it about Marina, because так, сейчас хочу это использовать. I had been know her.
I had known.
I had known her already 3 years. So, and I understand that Marina only one teacher from all my life, from all who I met. She can do with me that thing that the other can't to do. So it's sorry, a lot of words, but I'm trying to explain this. So in short, Marina is the best teacher. I never learned English so long time like I do it now. I have been learning English since September last year, and now I have more results from, короче, за всю мою жизнь.
Yeah, I understand.
For my life.
Yes, for all my life. So yes, now I'm happy. I'm trying to learn. I'm in this program, and I like what's happened with me, and I like my English sounds now. So.
Good.
Sorry for so long answer.
No, it's great.
Oh my god.
Bravissimo.
Thank you.
Elena, we're gonna come back to you. You don't have to give a 10-minute answer. It's okay. If you can just maybe one reason why you are learning English.
Это, я не поняла, это кому? Это сейчас...
Лена.
Это
Леня.
Все, Леня, да, я уже... Хорошо, sorry.
It was my dream, and I didn't learn English in the school. Never. And Marina told, сказала, then this language is more easy, like остальные.
Than others.
Easier than others.
And I will try now study English.
That's good. Don't be worried to make mistakes. I won't laugh at any of you. I understand learning a language is difficult. I've been learning Russian for almost 6 years now. I know I still make mistakes every day, but everything gets better with practice. The more you can use the language or just interact with it, the better. I know for me, from my experience, one thing that was very frustrating when I was starting to learn was trying to read. Because when I was already 21, 22, I didn't want to read children's books, but I could not understand very well classic Russian literature. So, for example, most of you are about 30 years old or older, so I'm sure none of you are interested in reading children's books.
I do it in English.
Yeah, but maybe very classical literature, so famous American or English novels are very difficult. So I understand. One of my biggest recommendations would be movies, TV shows, anything like that. As far as hearing the language, reading as much as possible is always great. Speaking is probably the hardest. You just need because you need someone to speak with. But hopefully that's what I will be here for, is to have some speaking time with all of you. Do any of you watch any American or British TV shows or any movies?
I'm watching. I'm watching Friends serials Friends in English with English subtitles when I have time, and it's really helping me because they are talking like in real life. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's really help.
Watching anything with English subtitles will be very good because if you watch anything with Russian subtitles, or I guess maybe German subtitles, you'll probably just end up reading instead of listening. So
I did it in the beginning. I did it really because my English was really bad, but then I was thinking, no, this doesn't help, and I started to watch movies in English with English subtitles, and I watch now TV show How I Met Your Mother. So, and I like it, yeah.
I watched How I Met Your Mother. I would say watch all of it except for the last season.
Yeah.
Especially the last episode. It kind of ruins the entire show. But the first, I guess, 7 seasons are very good.
Yeah, and now I'm at season 6, I think. So 6, yeah.
It's a very funny show.
Yes, I like it, and I can learn more English. Yeah. It's very nice.
Anastasia, do you watch any shows or any movies?
Yes, only movies, сериалы.
TV
Как будет
show.
сериалы?
TV show.
So, I think this might be an American difference from British English. I think you should all see this in the chat. We usually say TV show. Some
I
people
like
will
TV
say
show
TV
too.
series.
TV show.
I don't know this. I don't know. Okay.
Me neither.
TV shows,
yeah,
yes.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I like, but I see it only in Russian, not in English. But I think I will start it.
It can be very helpful. Elena, do you watch any movies or any TV series? Maybe just in Russian. Do you like any shows, any series?
It's for me.
Yeah.
I watched only Marina's video because I don't have time, free time, to watch some English video.
Yeah, I understand. So now I have a question. Hopefully you all won't offend me. Do you prefer American or British English?
Oh my god. Can I skip the question?
So
because
you prefer British?
Your name no, because I don't know, your name is Scott, and it is, for me it is a British name. If I would say I prefer American English, no, I just fun. I prefer American English. I don't know why, because I started to learn it in British English in a school. It is not a big difference, but I don't know why I don't like it.
Lily, do you have a preference?
As for me, I prefer more in British, but I really like how. What did you say? American. I mean American. But I really like how British English sounds. So, but For speaking, I prefer more American English.
Anastasia?
I prefer only American English because I don't understand British English. When I was in USA, and when I talk with American people, I understand and very good. And one time in birthday, my friend I meet.
Met.
I met only met. I met Englishman from British word, and I don't understand everything. It's very hard for me. Yes.
I think British English is more hard for understanding. As for me, really.
For me, it's difficult language. Maybe difficult.
So if you did not know, I am American, so you all answered correctly. American English is better. American English is considered simpler. Our grammar rules are easier. We use simpler verb tenses. So from what I know, British people use perfectives more than we do. I would say the general American accent is easier to understand because we more clearly pronounce more of our sounds. Notably, we pronounce our R's, whereas a lot of British R's are unpronounced. And then the other the non-English accents, so Scottish accents and Irish accents can be very difficult to understand.
Can I ask, where are you from?
I'm from Texas.
So you are American, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm from Dallas, Texas.
From Dallas, okay.
Yeah. So I guess I never told you about myself, so I should do that. As I said, I'm from Dallas. I am 25, if I remember correctly. I've been living in Russia now for almost 3 years. I'm getting a master's in translation. I have a bachelor's in biochemistry and in Russian. So I've been learning Russian now for almost 6 years. I have a Russian fiance, so we'll be getting married next month.
Cool.
I had a dog, but she died a few years ago. So unfortunately, no pets of my own. But my fiance and her family have a cat, which likes me very much. So, and then as far as American British English, I prefer American over the English. I do not understand what they say half of the time. They speak very funny.
Yes.
So I think that's a little bit about me. Does anyone have any questions for me, or maybe for each other?
I don't know.
I don't know.
When is your birthday?
My birthday is July 12th.
20 июля.
Yes,
When people talk in Russian, you understand good?
Yeah. I live with my fiance and her parents, so I hear them speak Russian all the time. I've been living with them for over a year now. We've been dating for over 2 years. So I understand just about everything at this point. So if you end up speaking Russian, I understand what you're saying. So don't say anything about me.
No, we can say only good. I like really your pronunciation, and I like that we have lesson with person who speaks who speak in real English. It sounds like real English. It's very good. It's not so easy. Sometimes I'm trying to understand, but it's really good practice. I'm delighted, really.
I can speak a little slower if you guys have trouble understanding.
For me, it's okay.
Everything is good. Yes.
Elena, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I got it.
That's good. I don't want to speak too quickly so you all can understand. Might be trying to speak a little clearer than I usually do. I'm from a big city, so big city accents are usually quite a lot faster than the more country accents. I'm from the South, but I do not have much of a Southern accent since I'm from a big city. Whereas my mom is from rural Georgia, so very small town, very Southern. So she has a bit of an accent. Her older sister is even more so. So when my mom, when I was young, when she would visit her sisters, she would start speaking with her old accent, and I could not understand her for a couple of days. It's because she would speak very strangely. Yelena and Lily, a question for you. Do you speak Ukrainian?
Yes, of course. I like Ukrainian language very much, and I like speak Ukrainian very much with people who use it.
Yelena, go ahead.
No. Елена, отвечай.
Yelena, do you speak Ukrainian as well?
I can speak Ukraine. I'm from Russia. I live near Ukraine. It is city Belgorod, town Belgorod. But I can't speak Ukraine.
And then Anastasia, do you speak any other languages?
Yes, I can because I was born in Ukraine. But I leave Ukraine when I was a child. But I go to the Ukraine every year because I have many friends and крестники, как будет?
Godparents.
No, godparents.
Godchild.
Крестники.
Godchildren.
Godchildren, yes. And I like Ukraine, and I like language too. But I don't use Ukraine. Where как иногда, господи.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes, I use Ukraine sometimes, and then my language is very bad. But I like, yes, because it's my because I was born in Ukraine. Yes.
Good. And then
I have a question to you. Can I ask you?
Sure.
As I understand, you live in Russia now, don't you?
Yep.
And are you going to stay, or maybe you want to come back
to stay in Russia or go back to the U.S.?
Yes.
So this summer, both my fiance and I will be finishing our degrees. I will be getting a master's and she will be getting a bachelor's. And she would like to go to the U.S. So assuming we can get her a visa, we will be leaving because she wants to study in an American university to get a master's. So at least for a few years is the plan to move, and then we will see. I've been here for about 3 years, so I've met a lot of her family, whereas she has only met my parents once. They both visited me for about a week. So I still have a lot of cousins for her to meet. a lot of aunts and uncles. We've done some traveling around Russia, but she's never left the country, so a lot of places to show her as well. So the current plan is to leave, but whether or not we will stay in the U.S. for a long time or not, we have not decided. But I think it is probably more likely we stay in the U.S. than come back to Russia.
I understand. Okay. And I have another question, but I don't know how to ask. Поправьте меня. How long have you been friends with Marina? Is it correct? No?
Yeah, that's correct. A very short amount of time. Maybe some of you know the website Oviedo. It's a website to publish advertisements. So I have an advertisement for English tutoring there, and she found my ad last week and asked if I wanted to teach lessons. So not very long.
Okay.
Yeah.
She found a very good teacher for us, I think.
I hope so. I hope I can be a good teacher.
Yes. We will be glad to see you again.
I'm glad to hear it.
To see
if you will have opportunity this, and yes, so it will be cool, I think.
Natalia, you said you were from Kazakhstan?
Yes.
Do you speak any Kazakh?
I can concentrate. That's all. And no, I never learned Kazakh. I don't know. I just learned Russian. It was not. It was 1995. It was how can I say it? UdSSR, you know. So yeah, it was. I have to speak. I need to speak Russian, and I learned Russian in the school. And then, I think it was 1994. I started with a Kazakh language, but I never learned it really. Yeah, no, I don't speak it.
Do you understand it? Maybe no.
No, not at all.
No?
Nothing at all. No.
Okay.
Like I said, I can only count it till 10. That's all.
I think your Kazakh is about as good as my Spanish.
Oh, my Spanish is much better.
As someone from Texas, I should probably be ashamed at how bad my Spanish is. Considering I had Spanish for most years in school.
Okay.
We have a lot of mostly Mexican immigrants in Texas. A lot of people from Mexican families. Texas used to be a part of Mexico, and Mexico was a Spanish colony. So there's a lot of Spanish history in Texas. So Spanish is usually taught in schools. I was never very good at speaking Spanish. It always seemed very difficult to me. Russian seemed much easier in comparison. Even though
I heard from a lot of people that Russian is very, very hard language for foreign people.
Most people would say it is very difficult. For me, it always made sense for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. And then actually, for 3 semesters here for my master's, I needed to learn French, which I do not like.
Our French is very difficult. I know it because it's you can speak it. You have to speak it like this. You have to write it like this, and so many words mean. Oh my God! This is really for me. It is. I cannot understand this language.
Yes, I like how French sounds, but I think it's a very, very hard language.
I do not like how French sounds at all. Most people say it sounds very beautiful. I think it sounds very awful. Um, but reading and writing French is very different than speaking French
Yes,
or
reading,
listening to
writing,
French.
speaking.
Reading French is actually not very difficult as an English speaker because so many English words are from French. But speaking it was awful. The only thing I was good at was guessing words by trying to think of English words and pronouncing them with a French accent, which works surprisingly often. Are there any other languages any of you would like to learn besides English?
I would like to learn Spanish after English.
Yes, me too.
I want very much. Yes.
I think with Russian, English, and Spain, you can travel around the world. I don't know, because everybody speaks those three languages almost everywhere. So I would also like to learn Spanish.
Anastasia, would you like to learn any other languages?
I would like to learn after English. I would like to learn Italian. I like this language. Yes.
And Elena, do you any other languages besides English?
I would like to study German language because I have not English because I have relatives in Germany. And if we meet together, we speak Russian, but I would like study German too.
I would
Natasha
as well.
can help you.
I can practice with you every day.
Наташа, так, можно я на русском скажу? Мне, короче, на выставке это я поеду, подарят большую книжку, там будет на немецком. Вот я буду просить тебя переводить.
No problem.
Это, все, класс.
I will try to help you.
Okay.
And German is probably the next language I will try to learn. Because I like how it sounds.
Scott, I will see you again. But then we have this different. I'm the teacher and you are the study. No, I think German is also a little bit difficult to learn. I don't know. I cannot explain you any rules in German because I learned also like English. Just practice speaking, making mistake. For me, it doesn't matter, but I cannot explain any rule in German, really not, because I never learned it. I stopped with 12. I stopped to learn Russian, but I started with 12 to learn German. So it was really difficult for me. So I never learned it from zero, you know.
And then one more question for you, Natalia.
Oh my God.
Do you understand people from Switzerland?
Yes, it's really strange for me because I understand also because I speak Russian, some people from Ukraine or Croatia, or so I can use my languages really a lot, and I also understand from people from Switzerland and Austria, because it is like dialect, I will say, or like how can I say it in English, slang for me, because in context I understand also Dutch. Dutch is much easier than German.
Yeah, I think theoretically the easiest foreign language for English speakers is Dutch.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the grammar is very similar and a lot of the words are similar.
Yes. Yeah. A lot of people speak also in Belgium really good English. Not the French part, because French part don't accept any another language, but more than Flemish part. So all the people speak really good English, and in Netherlands the same.
Yeah. I don't know if we will be going late since we started late, or if we'll be ending at 9. Does anyone know? Or is that up to me?
What time is it? I don't know.
So according to my clock, we have about a minute left.
8 p.m. in Ukraine.
Okay. I think so. Why do you say 9? Because I have 7.
For me,
So,
it's 9.
Yeah, no.
I don't understand. At 9 will be a new lesson or what?
I'm not
9.
sure if are we ending at the end of the hour?
Today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes,
Are we out
maybe
of time?
9.
Is my question.
Так, я правильно поняла, что
Лиля,
сегодня
мы
еще
просто
один урок должен быть?
Нет,
Ничего.
мы начали позже, чем 8.
Все,
И он спрашивает просто, во сколько мы будем заканчивать.
Все, я поняла. Блин, а я что-то себе свое, да. Понятно.
Давайте заканчивать.
Okay. In
Are you
which case,
tired, Лена?
See you next time.
Плохо слышно.
Can you hear me?
Ага, yes.
Okay.
Все.
It was nice to meet you all, and I hope to see you again. Hopefully, I think on Thursday.
Very bad.
Тогда только у тебя, Настя.
Я слышу нормально, да. У нас слышно нормально. It was very good opportunity, very useful lesson with you. So thank you so much. Really, I hope to see you again and on other lessons. Other lessons. Oh yeah. Thank you so much.
The same for me. I like it very much.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Scott. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Пока.
Have a good evening.
You too.